Timmy and Hayden had sort of, John had joined Hoss, or was playing with Hoss, and Timmy, who'd wanted John to be in his next band, got really sort of, not shirty, but like sort of scared that Joel was going to take my guitarist away. So he sort of really wanted to get his band together with John. So, he started knuckling down and writing, getting set together and that sort of thing. And at some stage got talking to Aiden, and Aiden said, oh, I'd love to be in that band too, and when they first sort of put the whole piece together, they didn't have a drummer, but Aiden said, oh, well, let's just us, the morgue, because we used to rehearse at the Maugie Street. Stewie from Freeloaders and Philistines and that lot, and Sly too. It was just a cat that lived there. And China was living there at the time, and that's why we sort of moved and got to stay there. We weren't actually supposed to move in there, but it just turned out that way because it was a bit of it was next step up from a squat. We were paying rent, but it was very minimal, and we can rehearse around there. At least we can get our shit down and stuff. And they'd done it a couple of times, and then I was just there. I was the only one there, and they came round to have their rehearsal. And I was just sitting in the lounge room, and Aiden came into the lounge room and asked if I wanted to just sit in and keep time with him, just have jam sort of thing.
Yeah.
And I was sort of, because I've never been much of a jammer. I don't really like jamming, because it always ends up being Paris going or somewhere slightly thing, and they just sitting there and keeping time while they have a ball. So I actually said, oh no, I can't. I've got to go out in a little while. And they said, oh yeah, no worries. So anyway, they were sort of I was just sitting there, and I didn't. It was just bullshit. I just didn't want to say that. But anyway, they played a couple of songs, and I sort of, after a little while, I sort of was sitting there, and I thought, oh, fuck it, just sitting here watching TV and stuff. I'll do it, fuck it. And so I knocked on the door and said, oh, if you guys, my plans have been cancelled. If you want me to fit in, I'll sit in with you. And they said, oh yeah, cool. So Jimmy explained how the song, what song is it? Touchdown Bear, is it? Yes. He explained to me how it goes like this, and then sort of goes into this bit and he does this and blah blah blah. And I said, oh yeah, I think I got it down. It goes sort of like this, and then it goes into and I said, oh yeah, I think I can, I think I've got the gist. Let's just have a run through, and if you fuck up, you fuck up. And anyway, we played the song from Go to Woe, and it was pretty much the same. Like the way we played that time, it's pretty much how we played it through the whole career. It just gelled so. It was just so spot on. And it was. I think we all sort of went, "Fuck, that was pretty cool." But but I was just filling in. I had no intention of thinking, oh sweet, I might get a gig out of this, because I was pretty loyal to Truckhead and stuff.